At this point, we've received more than 30 Athos type mods, obviously inspired by Jeffy's endless Aethos. In this video, we're going to go ahead and rank each of the clones from best to worst based on originality, because some of the Aethos clones do add actually something unique to them. Then we'll judge them based on their lyrics, and lastly, the impact that the mod had on the FNF community. Now, the first song that we're going to go ahead and put in the video is going to be the original Jeffy's Endless Athos mod, so that people actually have it in their mind as we go through all these other mods. Now with that, we're going to go ahead and start off with the best category, and I think Annoying Orange is actually going to take the first slot. I put this one so high on the list because it's one of the few mods that was inspired by Jeffy, but isn't just a direct clone. Also, the lyrics in the mod are not only clear, but they actually have meaning to them. Now, I actually think that's the only one that I'm going to put in the best tier, and we're going to go ahead and move on to the great category, and I think this is where I have to put Twiddle Fingers. The reason why this mod actually loses a couple of points is in the terms of like originality, but it does make up for it with the lyrics, and I think more importantly, the influence that Twiddle Fingers actually has in the FNF community. I think it's safe to say that most of the Athos clones are really just Twiddle Finger clones. And honestly, that says a lot about the influence that this particular mod has had on the FNF space in general. Next in the great tier, I think I have to place Duran Eternal here. While this one may not have had like a lot of influence in the community, the lyrics and the cutscene in general make up for it. I think if it would have been a bit more unique or a bit more original, I honestly feel like I could have put this one in the best tier. Next, I'm going to go ahead and place the Corrosion mod. And while I know this isn't like everybody's favorite, I really love this one. It loses a few points in the originality category because it's obviously an Athos clone, but it does make up for it with the lyrics and the fact that it had an actual backstory. Now, moving over to the good tier, we're going to go ahead and start off with Dingaling.
What do you mean by that?
This mod was surprisingly good, but will obviously lose points in originality and influence. But it does make up for it with its lyrics. I also may have placed this one like higher if it had a more fleshed out backstory. The current one left me like a bit confused, and it was needlessly dark.
Just you and me in the cold.
Next, we're going to go ahead and put the SML mod, and this one was just recently canceled, which is very disappointing because I feel like the update would have been a banger. And while I do prefer the original lyrics, the new ones are not actually bad. But I do think that the heavy metal feel of the original is just like a better sounding song in my opinion. Next, we're going to go ahead and add Triflethumb here, and this one is probably the most popular of the Twiddlefinger clones. This one also does pretty well in terms of lyrics, but originality and influence is where this one falls off a little bit. Next, we're going to add like a crowd favorite, and that's going to be the Alvin mod. For some reason, this one really took the community by storm, but as far as like my scoring list goes, it doesn't do all that well in the categories. But the reason I put it in the good tier is because some people really do love the lyrics. So even though it was hard for me to hear and understand, I think I still need to rate it at least good because obviously some people could understand it and loved it.
This isn't you. It always has been, Simon.
And the last mod that I'm actually going to put in this tier is going to be the ASDF Endless Muffin mod. I actually really like this one, but I think I'm a bit biased. The lyrics were pretty good, even though they keep glitching for me. But this one didn't really do anything new or have much influence in the community, which is why I have to just put it in good. Now, moving on to the decent tier, we're going to start off with the Norm mod. I really hate ranking this one so low because I feel like it could have been really good, but the cutscene and the lyrics just really tank it for me. And I know that the purpose of the mod was to basically get people to stop making Aethos mods, but that obviously didn't work because people are still pumping these mods out left and right. So even in terms of influence, I don't think that the team actually accomplished what they were trying to do. Next, we're going to add the Dura mod, and this one wasn't bad, but it was definitely meant to be more of a joke mod. And this was one of the few mods where the Athos lyrics were overshadowed by different lyrics. In this case, I'm talking about Boyfriend singing Vandalize My Heart in Spanish. Now, I could add a ton of Twiddlefinger clones here, but I think I'm just going to add two because they'll get the point across pretty well. The first is going to be Twisted Toes. And I feel like this is just some friends who got together and just wanted to make a Athos mod because it was kind of trending at the moment. So they made kind of a joke out of it. And I feel like Troublemakers also falls into this category as well. I know that they've remade it to where we can now kind of hear the lyrics a little bit better, but the original one was really rough. But as I said, I think some people are just making these just for the heck of it, so maybe they didn't put as much effort as they should have. But with that being said, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out this video on the screen here, and let me know if there's any other category of mods that I should look at and rank. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow with another video. Peace, peace.